Absolutely. Absolutely. Autism.
Absolutely autism.
Hi, welcome to Absolutely Autism. My name is Janelle.
I'm Lisa.
And I'm Amy, and today we're going to talk about my boys.
Your boys. Now,
Yes.
we already know that 2 are diagnosed.
Yeah.
And the other one has a medical condition.
Yep.
But we want to hear your experiences and your experiences, and also a bit of perspective from them, I think.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So let's start with how old are they?
Okay, so my boys are 15, 10 and 8. So
Fun ages.
we have a teenager.
15 going on
21.
21. Okay. No, not too bad.
He's not too bad. He really, as far as teenagers go, he's quite placid. I'm just being a sook.
So tell us a little bit about your younger 2 with ASD. They're quite different, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're so different. My youngest son is more, I guess, what you would assume a typically autistic child would be like. Has lots of sensory issues, can't handle noises, doesn't like crowds, stims, does all of that sort of thing, and just quite a quiet little one. Whereas my middle son is what you would generally see in girls who are autistic. And that's why it was quite late when he got his diagnosis, because he didn't present with the cliche,
Not your obvious.
not your obvious sort of, he's
Yeah.
autistic.
Yeah, which is a shame, because a lot of people go through that, don't they? And their children get labelled as naughty or bad behaved.
gosh, yes.
And it's not until later that people realise that that's not actually the case.
Yeah, well, yeah, we went through a lot of trouble with schooling and that sort of thing. He was labelled the naughty child. He was always just disciplined and sent home and all of that sort of thing. And it was pretty rough until he was 8 and finally diagnosed. And then we actually started to get a little bit of help and a bit of recognition for the fact that he wasn't just a naughty kid. There was a reason why he was acting the way he was acting. So it was really, really good to get that
And I think you'll
diagnosis.
find there's a lot of people that
I'm
experience
sure there
that.
is. Yeah, and if you have any thought that what the doctors are telling you is not quite right, keep pushing. It's really hard, and I know because I've experienced how hard it is to get people to take you seriously. But just, keep pushing.
If you're not happy with the outcome, find somebody else.
Yeah, get a second opinion, get a third opinion, get a fourth opinion.
Yes.
I'm curious how you felt pre-diagnosis. What was your experience? Not having that diagnosis. Obviously there was that difficulty, but what did you feel? How did you?
I knew there was something.
Yeah.
And I was thinking okay, there's something different. There's something not quite fitting the mold here. And you sort of go, okay, maybe he's just naughty. Maybe he doesn't get along with the teacher. There's a personality clash, something like that.
You question yourself, don't
question
you?
yourself. And ultimately you think, am I just seeing him through rose-coloured glasses? Am I not seeing him the way everybody else is seeing him because he's my child? And it becomes quite distressing and quite emotional for you, because you're just trying to make sure that he has a good schooling and a good life with all the other stuff that's going on at the same time.
And I suppose when you've also then got another child who is quite typically autistic, so to speak.
And with high demands that come with that.
It could be easy to second guess yourself because they're not presenting the same way.
Exactly, and that's why another reason why it took so long to get that diagnosis, because he didn't present the same way. He spoke at 9 months old. He walked at 9 months old and ran at 10.
Yeah.
He did everything before he should have, and was just,
You can't compare, can you?
You can't. And it goes to show that every single child on the spectrum is completely different.
So different.
And there are some typical common signs, but that's not to say that every single child has them either.
Exactly.
So-
Yeah. And so we when we got the diagnosis, it was a huge relief because it's like, okay, he's not just naughty. He's not just acting out. There's a reason. And it's very validating. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah. And I imagine a lot of parents feel like that because I felt relief from the diagnosis. I don't know if everyone though feels that way.
With my youngest, I didn't. I thought he just had sensory processing disorder. But then when he got the ASD diagnosis, it was kind of like you go into a bit of a grief process. You go into a bit of a, so what does this mean for our future? What does this mean for his future? All the things that you thought they will do, and you start thinking, well, what if he never moves out? What if he never has a relationship? What if he can never hold down a job? What if, and you go through all the what ifs, and then you sort of have to go through that in order to come out the other side and realise how incredible they actually are, and how it's not a limitation. It's actually he's going to do great things. And even if he doesn't, he'll still be an amazing person anyway.
Because he's loved, and because you know him, and he's got people around him that, you know, is supportive, which is wonderful and so crucial for our kids, right?
So much.
So what are some wonderful things about your children that you just think, I love these, I love what they do?
All of my boys have amazing traits. My eldest boy, not talking about him as far as ASD is concerned, but he is such a lovely, caring boy, loves to cook. He's just
must be very patient also to have two younger siblings with
he's
us.
incredibly patient. My middle son, he's just he loves to know things inside and out. He wants to change the chemical makeup on Mars to make it habitable for humans. So
he's so good. He's so good.
He's trying to study which element he needs to change in order for that to happen. Watch this space. And my youngest son, he's amazing with dates and timelines. He can tell you every single Disney movie that's come out and what year it came out and how long it runs for.
It's just an incredible photographic memory, isn't it? See, my son's got that too, and if you could just find a job that they can harness that skill with. Because it's impressive,
If you have a job that needs timeline acknowledgement. But
historians would love him. Historians will go, I can't remember that date, and he'll go bam. You know,
that's it. He's going to be a historian. That's what he's going to do. A Disney historian specifically.
Disney's just as important in history as everything else, I think.
Definitely, and that's his fixation, and that's fine. Like I love it, and I love how he will meet people and he'll ask them how old they are. And then he'll be like, you were born in this year. And the people are like, what? I can't even calculate that. Like, how do I? Hang on, take away the 3, hold on. Hang on.
Get a calculator out.
My auntie was born in this year, and I think I'm that.
I'm this old. You're that old. Yeah, I know. I can't do it. And he's got it. So it is great.
That's awesome. So what are the struggles having two polar opposites in the house?
Just that. One loves it loud and one loves it quiet. And they do tend to get on each other's nerves as far as that's concerned, because one wants to jump around and make really loud noises and talk really loud, and the other one wants him to just shut up. So it's a bit of a struggle balancing that sort of stuff.
And which is a good topic that we're going to talk about in another video, siblings and the different dynamics, because we all have very different dynamics. Even, I've got the younger kids, 3 boys, you've got 3 older boys, 2 diagnosed with autism, and you've got the stepdaughter as well, and with your son with autism. So we can offer a bit in that.
Bit of variety. We're a mixed bag. Well, thanks for sharing about your 3 beautiful boys, Amy, and I hope that there's some people out there, I'm sure there is, that can relate to a lot of your experiences.
Absolutely, and I mean, thanks for watching and hearing all the stuff that I have to say about my boys. If you want to know any more, put it in the comments. Send us a message. you know, one of us will get back to you and hopefully be able to answer your questions. So, you know, subscribe to our YouTube, find us on Facebook, Instagram, and thanks for watching. Bye.